While driving at night, you notice a pedestrian crossing the road unexpectedly. Which of the following abilities is most crucial to safely handle this situation? A. The ability to adjust to traffic speed quickly. B. The ability to judge distances accurately in low light conditions. Or C. The ability to read road signs clearly. The answer is B. When driving at night, you must be able to accurately judge distances so that you can react appropriately to unexpected hazards like a pedestrian crossing the road. Question 2. You are driving down a winding road with frequent curves. What is the best steering method to maintain control and safety? A. Hand-to-hand steering with hands at 9 and 3 o'clock. B. One-hand steering with your hand at 12 o'clock. Or C. Hand-over-hand steering with hands at 8 and 4 o'clock. The answer is A. On a winding road with frequent curves, hand-to-hand steering with hands at 9 and 3 o'clock allows you to smoothly and safely navigate the curves without crossing your hands over the middle of the steering wheel. Question 3. You are driving on a highway at night and are approaching another vehicle from behind. When should you switch to low beam headlights? A. Within 100 feet of the vehicle ahead. B. Within 300 feet of the vehicle ahead. Or C. Within 500 feet of the vehicle ahead. The answer is B. You should switch to low beam headlights within 300 feet of the vehicle you are following. This reduces glare for the driver ahead and helps maintain a safe driving environment. Question 4. You encounter double solid yellow lines on the road. In which situation are you allowed to cross these lines? A. To pass a slow-moving vehicle. B. To make a left turn into a driveway. Or C. To switch lanes. The answer is B. Double solid yellow lines indicate that passing is not allowed. However, you may cross double solid yellow lines to make a left turn into a driveway or private road, or to make a U-turn if it is safe and not prohibited by signs. Question 5. You are driving and need to pass a slower vehicle. Which lane should you use? A. The left lane. B. The right lane. Or C. The center lane. The answer is A. You should use the left lane to pass slower vehicles. This lane is intended for passing and allows you to overtake other vehicles safely. Question 6. While preparing to turn left from a center left turn lane, what should you check for? A. Vehicles coming toward you in the center left turn lane. B. Pedestrians on the sidewalk. C. Vehicles in the right lane. The best answer is A. When preparing to turn left from a center left turn lane, you should check for vehicles coming toward you in the lane. This helps prevent collisions and ensures a safe turn. Question 7. What does a bright green painted lane indicate? A. A lane for parking. B. A high visibility bicycle lane. C. A lane for emergency vehicles only. The answer is B. A bright green painted bicycle lane is designed to be highly visible, helping to ensure that drivers are aware of the dedicated space for bicyclists and enhancing safety. Question 8. What should you do if you encounter a red arrow while preparing to make a right turn? A. Turn right after stopping. B. Wait until the light changes to green. Or C. Turn right without stopping. The answer is B. You cannot turn right if you are stopped at a red arrow light. You must wait until the light changes to green before making your turn, ensuring compliance with traffic signals. Question 9. How much space should you leave when stopping behind another vehicle? A. Enough space to see the rear wheels of the vehicle in front of you. B. Just enough space to prevent touching. Or C. No space at all. The answer is A. When stopping behind another vehicle, you should leave enough space to see the rear wheels of the vehicle in front. This ensures you have sufficient space to maneuver if necessary. Question 10. If you need to cross several lanes when merging, how should you proceed? A. Cross them all at once. B. Signal and cross them one at a time. C. Merge into the closest lane and wait. The answer is B. If you need to cross several lanes when merging, signal and cross them one at a time. Question 11. When passing on a highway, why should you signal before returning to your lane? A. To save fuel. B. To alert the driver you passed and other traffic of your intention. Or C. To increase your speed. The answer is B. When passing on a highway, signal before returning to your lane to alert the driver you passed and other traffic of your intention. This helps prevent accidents. Question 12. You are parallel parking on a busy street where traffic is moving quickly. What should you do if a vehicle is approaching rapidly from behind? A. Continue parking and hope the vehicle slows down. B. Stop and let the vehicle pass before continuing to park. Or C. Speed up to complete the parking quickly. The answer is B. If a vehicle is approaching rapidly from behind while you are parallel parking, stop and let the vehicle pass before continuing to park. Question 13. You are preparing to back up in a straight line on a busy street. After signaling and pulling up to the curb, what should you do before beginning to back up? A. Look in your rearview mirror only. B. Check your blind spots and over your shoulder for approaching vehicles and pedestrians. Or C. Begin backing up immediately. The answer is B. Before beginning to back up, you should check your blind spots and over your shoulder for approaching vehicles and pedestrians. Question 14. What should you do when parking headed either uphill or downhill when there is no curb? A. Turn the wheels straight. B. Turn the wheels toward the center of the road. Or C. Turn the wheels away from the center of the road. The answer is C. When parking headed either uphill or downhill and there is no curb, you should turn the wheels so the vehicle will roll away from the center of the road if the brakes fail. This prevents the vehicle from rolling into traffic. Question 15. You pull up to a white curb in front of a busy restaurant. What should you do? A. Park and go inside the restaurant. B. Stop only long enough to pick up or drop off passengers. Or C. Leave your vehicle unattended. The answer is B. At a white curb, you should stop only long enough to pick up or drop off passengers. Question 16. You are parking your vehicle and notice a sidewalk ramp for disabled persons nearby. How far must you park from the ramp? A. At least 1 foot away. B. At least 3 feet away. Or C. Right next to it. The answer is B. You must park at least 3 feet away from a sidewalk ramp for disabled persons to ensure accessibility and compliance with the law. Question 17. During a traffic stop, the officer does not state the reason for the stop before beginning questioning. What might be a valid exception to this rule? A. The officer forgot to mention it. B. The officer does not need to state the reason in any case. C. The officer believes withholding the reason is necessary to protect life or property from an imminent threat. The answer is C. An exception to the rule requiring officers to state the reason for the stop is if the officer reasonably believes withholding the reason is necessary to protect life or property from an imminent threat. This allows for flexibility in urgent situations. Question 18. What should you do if you must stop on a freeway due to an emergency? A. Park on the shoulder and stay in your vehicle with the doors locked. B. Park in the middle of the lane. Or C. Get out of the vehicle and stand by the side of the road. The answer is A. If you must stop on a freeway due to an emergency, you should park on the shoulder and stay in your vehicle with the doors locked. This ensures your safety while waiting for assistance. Question 19. What should you do if you are told to exit or stay inside the vehicle during a traffic stop? A. Comply with the officer's instructions. B. Ignore the instructions and do what you want. Or C. Argue with the officer. The answer is A. If you are told to exit or stay inside the vehicle during a traffic stop, you should comply with the officer's instructions. This helps ensure safety and cooperation during the stop. Question 20. You are approaching an intersection and the traffic signal turns solid red. What should you do? A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop, then proceed if no one is coming. Or C. Stop until the light turns green. The answer is C. A solid red light means stop. You must stay stopped until the light turns green, unless you are turning right. You hear a beeping sound at a pedestrian signal. What is its purpose? A. To signal drivers to stop. B. To help blind or visually impaired pedestrians cross the street. Or C. To entertain pedestrians. The answer is B. The beeping sound at a pedestrian signal helps blind or visually impaired pedestrians cross the street safely by providing auditory cues. Question 22. What is the consequence of ignoring a no U-turn sign? A. There is no consequence. B. Traffic citation and fine. Or C. You may get a reward for creativity. The answer is B. Ignoring a no U-turn sign can result in a traffic violation and a fine. It is important to follow traffic signs to ensure safety and compliance with the law. Question 23. You are approaching a T intersection and want to turn left. There are no stop or yield signs. Who has the right of way? A. You have the right of way. B. Vehicles, bicyclists, and pedestrians on the through road. Or C. The vehicle on your left. The answer is B. At a T intersection without stop or yield signs, vehicles, bicyclists, and pedestrians on the through road have the right of way. Yield to them before making your turn. Question 24. You are entering a roundabout and see lane markings indicating different exits. What should you do? A. Ignore the lane markings and choose any lane. B. Follow the lane markings to choose the correct lane for your exit. Or C. Stop to decide which lane to choose. The answer is B. When entering a roundabout, you should follow the lane markings to choose the correct lane for your exit. Question 25. You see a senior pedestrian and a person with a disability at a crosswalk. What should you do? A. Speed up to pass before they cross. B. Allow them extra time to cross safely. Or C. Honk to alert them to hurry. The answer is B. When you see a senior pedestrian or a person with a disability at a crosswalk, you should allow them extra time to cross safely. This ensures their safety and respects their right of way. Question 26. You are driving downhill on a mountain road and see a vehicle coming uphill. The road is too narrow for both to pass. What should you do? A. Continue driving and force the uphill vehicle to stop. B. Back up the hill until the uphill vehicle can pass safely. C. Honk and wait for the uphill vehicle to back up. The answer is B. When driving downhill on a mountain road and seeing a vehicle coming uphill, you should back up the hill until the uphill vehicle can pass safely. Question 27. You are driving and notice you cannot see the side mirrors of a truck in front of you. What should you do? A. Move to a position where you can see the mirrors. B. Maintain your speed and stay behind the truck. Or C. Honk to alert the truck driver. The answer is A. If you notice you cannot see the side mirrors of a truck in front of you, you should move to a position where you can see the mirrors. This ensures the truck driver can see you. Question 28. You are driving a passenger vehicle at 55 mph. How much distance should you expect to need to stop safely? A. 200 feet. B. 300 feet. Or C. 400 feet. The answer is B. When driving a passenger vehicle at 55 mph, you should expect to need 300 feet to stop safely. This helps you gauge safe stopping distances. Question 29. How does the length of a vehicle affect its turning path? A. The longer the vehicle, the smaller the turning path. B. The longer the vehicle, the greater the difference in the length of the turning path. Or C. The length of the vehicle does not affect its turning path. The answer is B. A vehicle's length affects its turning path by increasing the difference in the length of the turning path between the front and rear wheels. The longer the vehicle, the greater this difference. Question 30. What should you do before turning across light rail tracks? A. Check for approaching light rail vehicles and complete your turn only when the traffic light indicates you may proceed. B. Turn quickly without looking. Or C. Stop on the tracks? The answer is A. Before turning across light rail tracks, you should check for approaching light rail vehicles and complete your turn only when the traffic light indicates you may proceed. Question 31. You are driving behind a motorcycle on a city street. How much following distance should you maintain? A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. Or C. 3 seconds. The answer is C. When driving behind a motorcycle on a city street, you should maintain a following distance of 3 seconds. This ensures safety and provides enough reaction time. Question 32. You are driving home after a long day at work and start feeling extremely drowsy. How can this affect your driving? A. It can improve your ability to notice road signs. B. It can decrease your reaction time to hazards. Or C. It can enhance your ability to judge distances. The answer is B. Fatigue and drowsiness can significantly decrease your reaction time to hazards, making it more difficult to respond quickly and safely to sudden changes or dangers on the road. Question 33. You are about to make a right turn at an intersection. How far in advance should you signal your intention to turn? A. At least 50 feet before the turn. B. At least 100 feet before the turn. Or C. At least 200 feet before the turn. The answer is B. You should signal at least 100 feet before making a turn. This gives other drivers, pedestrians and bicyclists ample warning of your intentions, allowing them to anticipate your movements and maintain safety. Question 34. You are driving in bright sunlight, and other drivers might not see your signal lights. What should you do? A. Do not signal. B. Use your horn instead. Or C. Use hand and arm signals in addition to your signal lights. The answer is C. Signal lights can be difficult to see in bright sunlight. To ensure that other drivers are aware of your intentions, you should use hand and arm signals in addition to your signal lights. Question 35. You are driving in a residential area and see a child playing near the road. What is the appropriate use of your horn in this situation? A. Use your horn to alert the child to stay away from the road. B. Use your horn to greet the child's parents. Or C. Do not use your horn in residential areas. The answer is A. In this situation, it is appropriate to use your horn to alert the child to stay away from the road. This helps prevent accidents by warning the child of the potential danger of playing near traffic. Question 36. What is the time frame to notify the DMV after selling a vehicle in California? A. Within 3 days. B. Within 5 days. Or C. Within 10 days. The answer is B. You must notify the DMV within 5 days after selling a vehicle. Question 37. What is the legal BAC limit for someone driving a passenger for hire? A. 0.08%. B. 0.01%. Or C. 0.04%. The answer is C. The legal BAC limit for someone driving a passenger for hire is 0.04%. Question 38. What is a common source of distraction while driving? A. Listening to music at a low volume. B. Using a handheld cell phone. Or C. Checking the speedometer. The answer is B. Using a handheld cell phone is a common source of distraction while driving and can be unsafe. Question 39. What should you do if your vehicle is stalled on a railroad track, but no train is approaching, and warning lights are not flashing? A. Stay inside the vehicle. B. Exit the vehicle and call the number on the railroad crossing posts. Or C. Try to restart the vehicle. The answer is B. If your vehicle is stalled on a railroad track and no train is approaching, you should exit the vehicle and call the number on the railroad crossing posts to report the vehicle on the tracks. Question 40. What should you do in extreme heat to prevent your vehicle from overheating? A. Drive at high speeds for long periods. B. Watch the temperature gauge and turn off the air conditioner. Or C. Ignore the temperature gauge The answer is B. In extreme heat, you should watch the temperature gauge and turn off the air conditioner to prevent your vehicle from overheating. Question 41. You encounter dense fog while driving on a highway. What should you do to ensure safety? A. Maintain the posted speed limit. B. Slow down and drive at a safe speed for the conditions. Or C. Speed up to get through the fog quickly. The answer is B. When encountering dense fog, you should slow down and drive at a safe speed for the conditions to ensure you can react to hazards and maintain control of your vehicle. Question 42. You are adjusting your seat in a vehicle with airbags. How far should you sit from the airbag cover? A. At least 5 inches. B. At least 10 inches. Or C. At least 15 inches. The answer is B. When adjusting your seat in a vehicle with airbags, you should sit at least 10 inches from the airbag cover. This distance helps reduce the risk of injury from the airbag deploying. Question 43. You are adjusting your seatbelt before driving. How should you wear the shoulder harness? A. Under your arm. B. Across your shoulder and chest with little to no slack. Or C. Behind your back. The answer is B. When adjusting your seatbelt before driving, you should wear the shoulder harness across your shoulder and chest with little to no slack. This ensures maximum protection in a collision. Question 44. What should you do if the high winds become too strong to drive safely? A. Speed up. B. Continue driving. C. Pull over and wait for the storm to pass. The answer is C. If the high winds become too strong to drive safely, you should pull over and wait for the storm to pass. This helps ensure your safety and the safety of others on the road. Question 45. What should you do if you encounter a flooded road and cannot determine its depth? A. Drive through quickly. B. Find another route if possible. Or C. Drive through slowly. The answer is B. If you encounter a flooded road and cannot determine its depth, it is best to find another route. This helps avoid the dangers associated with flooding. Question 46. When should you use your high-beam headlights? A. On well-lit city streets. B. On open country roads or dark city streets. Or C. In areas where high-beam headlights are illegal. The answer is B. You should use your high-beam headlights on open country roads or dark city streets. This ensures better visibility and safety while driving at night.